haven't moved my vehicle since, because I resaved my game and it hasn't been saved since February, so it's quite old. Stayed in cool. What even? I was half lurking because I was setting up for this. I didn't know what on earth was going on. What was the call for? Huh? They are based in Germany, yes. There's basically like sibling companies. People compare them to be the same sort of thing. They're both affordable, not really cheap, but cheaper shops. Spoken to K. Oh, so it's still said like Kevin. Ah. I mean, the last name would make sense well as well. You're back on holiday. Welcome. So, wait, this, I'm still in Varna. This is where I last drove to, probably last year. When was my last job? Oh, it didn't detect that my wheel is there. Or isn't there. Services, career progress? Job log. Oh, it doesn't say when I last did them. Oh, well, never mind then. It'd be nice if it said dates. Yes, 90-something reports, of course. Because this is a busy place. So instead of the usual CD road term, you've got this place instead. In Norway. I don't think anything changed. Because it's still all discovered road. The thing was to call you out. But then when he joined the call, all he said was, check this shit out. Boom! And then I wouldn't have been surprised if he left the call after that. What is this? Is this, the vehicles have changed, by the way. You've got patron vehicles and so on now. But what one is that? That looks nice. Yes, he asked you, I heard that one. You should. It is the new AV. Yeah, but oh, specifically with the skin. German wind. A bit far away from Germany. Ow. Even in a coach. Again, we're Norway. Hello, Wolfie. How's it work when you go to flight mode? Think of it as just the camera disconnecting from my vehicle. So my vehicle is where you last saw it, and my camera is all the way over here. So if you were to go to where my vehicle is, you won't see my vehicle. Weirdly enough, when I load a report, you then do see my vehicle. Yet my camera's still not there. It's weird. Promotes, yes. You need free cam. Free cam would help. It benefits players, not just us. It benefits everyone. It's very useful to use. Good job. So this is what we have. Instead of a ridiculously unrealistic country road going between two cities, you've got a valley with a dirt road leading to an actual real life location, because there is a quarry there in real life. I'm sure the real life location looks nicer though, but you know, how do you use cars? You can buy them in the same way you buy a truck. Same place. You drove here and fell off. That is what it's like. That is what happened, sadly. Benny, welcome in. How else do you see the end of the traffic jams? Exactly, that's what free cam could be useful. I'm going to have to keep showing you this several times. That's my location, all the way at the top. See, last time I showed you the end is here. Here is where we are. That's a lot of scrolling. A lot of moving on the map. We got a lot. Never going to complete this map. Never. You can tell when I stopped playing. The Germany one, all of this has never been touched. Just, you know, you've got to look at here. We're branching out a bit. And then that is... They've expanded this. That isn't the great step. I don't have the great step. Middle East expansion. With a fair bit of it, and they've gone into Turkey again. I don't know if they're going to connect the two eventually. Why doesn't it show players? It's because it's gone from your perspective. So there's a certain radius around you that it shows them. In our case, there is an unlimited radius, because that would be a bit silly if even we were limited in the distance we could use. I'd have to keep putting my vehicle down somewhere else, and that's very annoying. So the fun here, Turkey mentioned, yes. The fun here is that people love to take very heavy trailers, like the train, because it's a dirt road. They also have no idea what corners are. Or rather, that you shouldn't really stop on corners. Because they just do that. This is the Pro Mod server. It'd be nice if I opened up the stream so I could see it from my own view. Saving it, of course. There we go. Got that open. Nice. In the map is at the very top of the map. Very top. In Norway. What are they going to need a boat for? Exactly. Thing is as well, like, you can understand how in larger quarries you might have trains shunting things in and out of the quarry, but this one doesn't have it. You'll see if we get there, it doesn't have anything for trains. It doesn't need them. No, no, not new DLC. No. Though soon, this might be in the regular map. One day. A lot of people bringing the coach thing here. Again, that's not the DLC either. Here we go. There is water. For the boats, not the trains, though. You don't need this many locomotives here. Some of them have stopped before the corner. This one hasn't. Should always yield for the corner. How long does it usually take to look over a report? Which type? The in-game ones or the website ones? Website ones can take longer to get through because there's more of them. Logs make sense. I do like when there's a lot of logs. I do like when people try and take appropriate cargoes to the place they're going to, and they don't just take literally anything. It's quite nice. Oh. I mean, construction equipment as well, I suppose. That could be used to move big boulders. Yeah, that could be used. Nice blue-green. Oh, you seen this one? That's bright. Hello, Aaron. Welcome in. Hello, Dingy. Hello, Andy. What country is this? You're going to have a lot of people asking. This is in Norway. The very top of Norway. Nearly bordering Russia. We're not in the Nordic Horizons DLC. That is not out yet. Neither of the coaches. This one's falling as well. Huh? I haven't even moved the cam yet. Kirkenes. That's what it is. Hello, Ed. Do you need one? You're pointing it out. You're trying to be funny. Trying to be hilarious, mate. Thing is, though, repeating your point doesn't make the point any better or more valid. You're an actual mod, yes. I don't know how you would fake doing this. I mean, if I had the panel open, maybe on video content you could sort of Photoshop it on. Not Photoshop, you know what I mean. You do need to download it again, yes. So we're in the game version 155, and for the Pro Mods version you need 275, not 274. I guess, even though they have their own ways of labeling them, matches the version name at least. Careful, see more, you know, it's suitable stuff, more trains. It's not necessary. A bus. See? Server, this is the Pro Mods server, specifically for this map. This is why I also don't do the Pro Mods one too much. Because a lot of people have no idea where this is. Now, we know we have people that are joining, and is that always there? That don't know what the CD road is, and because like 10 times the amount of people that don't know where this is. Boat? I don't know if that was it. Favorite football club? I do not have one. I'm not into it, sadly. Might be a bit of a boring answer. It is, true. Pretty sure the Norwegians don't say Polizei. That's a pretty, yeah, that wasn't there before, I don't think. There's been nothing in the water. This one, I think, was... I forget what's there. I mean, one of the last times I played, this bit was new. Imagine a time when this wasn't there. And you had to go to the viewpoint here. Exactly. No, not saying one today. Generally, we're not that bad. At the moment, we're not that bad. And then there it is, you see? So just tiny little quarry. No train line going to it, no boat. Unless they bring it back up here. You're not going to get cargo ships up here. That's not how it works. You do need the new version, yes. Everything should be up to date now. German coaches and German boats. Indeed. Why have you not got Norwegian spec? What's going on with that? Hello, Ananas. Okay. I want to see if my game doesn't like this. Firstly. And secondly, how few reports we have outside of the busy area. So, let's see, Joe. Patrol. What do you mean for patrol? We can patrol it, we do. Now it's back. We can indeed do that. Scandinavia. But we're nowhere near the place. Hello, MT. This is another place where people drive. This is on the ProMods server. People call this the ProMods CD. Because everyone knows what... Well, not everyone, but most people know what ProMods is. Most people know what CD is. But they don't know that it kind of has one. That's exactly the kind of thing I've seen in some dashcam videos. Someone freaks the person out, they brake, and then they crash. Because you were swerving and changing lane. What's up with that? Well, I mean, you apologised, but... Well, you are still on. Okay, for that. That was not laggy at all. That was good. Oh, and we're here. One report, and then we're back. Classic. No, not the stream in the place car, no. No. TSJ, welcome in. You have literally spammed your keyboard. How do you remember what your username is? If you spammed it. Yes. So imagine, is this coach, but licensed? That is what one of them would look like. I'm pretty sure, right? This is based on the Scania coach. Just has no logos on it. Report end. Stream ends when I get a report on Quarry Road. Yep. Yeah, we should ban good people. Because what are they doing? Yeah, exactly. How do you get that? These are extra vehicles you get if you're a patron. But players can have another vehicle as well. So patrons get 3, technically. 3 vehicles to choose from. On the socials, I believe it was the post that went out today saying you get different vehicles. New ones. How long is the route? In kilometers, I have no idea. If you were to straighten out the route, that's a lot of lights on that vehicle, straighten out, it's longer than CD. Has to be. Certainly takes you far longer to get down. Neoplan, German brand. Ah. But I swear, like, of the few that are coming out, the Scania one looks like this. Similar, if it is the Scania one. Oreo advert? And then we're losing control here. Well, I mean, at least you stopped. That was an accident. For whatever reason, but that was an accident. What was he looking for? Well, they reported this one for being on the wrong side. So I understand that. But that wasn't too bad. Hacking, please be. Oh, and it's a normal bus. Of course it is. I also want to see if my sounds die out. They haven't yet. But they might. Cruising and blocking on the bridge? What, going back and forth along the bridge? Oh, that's cheeky. Why are you slipping as well? Exact same place. The other one stopped here. Surely, right? Surely. Well, I mean, we'll see about that. No, it's not possible on PlayStation, though. There are TMP mods that are not kids? Yes, all of them. Well, I mean, might be some that are under 18, but I think you have to be at least 16. But you're trying to say, like, oh, they act like 10-year-olds, yeah? How's this hacking? Stop reporting for silly stuff. Maybe they thought that was hacking, but that's a built-in reason for the the bus. There's Vicky. How you doing? It's to allow them to park on a marker correctly because the bus has quite a bit in front of them. But never mind. That's not hacking. Welcome in. Have a flower. I'll give you a flower, big fan. Surely, right? Oh, Shannon, and Vicky's the one that I raided at the end of last week. Little much of a car thing going on here. Oh, right. I see. Well, yeah, you can leave this in the background. It's fine. You know nothing. Yeah, there's a lot. There would be a lot to explain here of what's going on. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Tails. This is only on PC, yes. I should put some text. Maybe not on the Twitch channel. Simply put, how can I explain this very, very easily? All of these vehicles are players. If one player does something bad, another player can report them. The reports go into a big list, and this is that list right here. I'm one of the people that looks through that list. I think that's a fairly easy explanation. Damn right. Hello, Grizz, welcome in. What server? Pro mods. Mod for a mod. For a game. For an old game. I've been watching so many of these idiots in cars compilations that a lot of these scenarios are very similar to that. That was an accident, right? Because you stopped. Presumably to type. And the fart sounds are TikTok follows. Because why not? Yeah, it was your fault. Isn't the whole thing that when someone joins the roundabout, you're supposed to yield to the roundabout? They said shut up to someone, but I don't know if that's the person. Could be, maybe not. Oh. Oh, I know where this is. Haven't seen this in a while. It looks like the map is broken, but no. Like the dash cams, yes. Have I been to the city road today? Not today. It's here. How do I explain where this is? This is a very hidden location that is like a giant maze, which is why you can see bits of road everywhere. Luxy, welcome in. Never seen this. This is on Svalbard. Not Iceland, Svalbard. For such a small island, it has tiny amounts of places you can drive, and a lot of it is underground. It's not far from Iceland, I guess, but anything that happens here, I suppose, is between the two people, because there's no road. It's not on the map. It's kind of you do whatever you want type of thing. Walk in, so they hit a dead end. It's understandable. You followed? I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Yeah, a lot of the friends I know, they have their own TikTok accounts as well, but they don't really post on it. So I need to check yours if you have one. By the way, blocking according to whom? Because the nearest people were nowhere near. Look at that. That is hell down there. It's real. It exists. Yeah. And then we go back to the actual... Oh, the rest of them are down here somewhere. There they are. Real, it's real. Here we go. Here's the actual island of... in Svalbard. Very nice. So it's underground, and I'm not going to tell you where it is. You have to find it somewhere on the island. Tiny island, so it doesn't take you that long. And then we're back. We're back. Haruna, I explained. There's a certain distance your camera can go away from your vehicle before people don't load in. It's from where your vehicle is. I don't know what the distance is, of how far away you can fly from it, but it's enough to see a few people ahead of you. You didn't listen. Well, why am I explaining it again? You're not going to listen again, are you? One of them spawned in, I think. Oh my god, it's CK, how you doing? 700 to 800 meters. Oh, that's plenty. We were there for quite a while. Okay. Didn't get food. They're still here. Oh, this is in a different... Hold on. Gotta wear... Loading the report! Pass down your chair. I was about to ask, yeah, what were you doing instead? Posture's fine. My one is alright. Everyone else just needs to be checked, though. It disappeared. They loaded the safe. Okay. Your best. Well, yes. I'm very proud of you for that. Shrimp position. Yeah, Ashley has very interestingly comfortable positions that she sits in as well. The gremlin is what I think a lot of people can relate to. And then the report ends there. So someone hit them. They nearly got sent to space. And then they loaded a previous save where they were further down. That's fine. I don't know what caused them to do that, but... Don't say that. I mean, no. No. You know, like how you could be sort of slouching on a sofa somewhere or something like that, and someone sees it and goes, how are you sitting like that? And they're like, it's comfy. Oh, I'm good. It's that. Worse than the gremlin position? Interesting. Yeah, it was more like a slouched gremlin, because when you like lock in, you kind of knees up and things like that. This was like further back still from the desk. It was comfy. The fact that you didn't want to sit up to find a person to raid, so you grabbed your phone and looked for someone on your phone instead. We're talking that level of whoa, that level of slouch. Sonus, that is a sub. I appreciate that. Welcome in. An even louder fart. That is very kind of you. What are you doing? I don't have the same stuff on the layout in this scene. On TikTok Studio I do, but I don't have it on here. That is very kind of you. I appreciate that. Enjoy the badges. Enjoy the emotes. They should be the same as on Twitch. Some of them are missing. That was fine. That was completely fine. Unless they shouldn't have gone over the bridge. That's probably what I was. Cameron, welcome in. Sir, ass, welcome in. Not ass, like it's A-S. Have a flower, how you doing? If they made an Australian truck sim, but yes, probably. There is one in development. There's a demo for it as well. There is one. It kind of exists. I would recommend checking it out. How was your stream? Hope you're doing well. Hello, Blues. Welcome in. Kirkeners. For those that know where we are, you can keep saying it. Kirkeners. Hope you're doing well. Atta, welcome in. Australian, welcome in. Said it 1,000 times. Know what you're trying. You, trying to do that. Where's this? Not telling you. Yeah. Collisions off. No, collisions is as normal in this place. This person is stuck because there's a little pole here. You both have to kind of squeeze into the middle and then go out again, and they can't do it at the same time. Still there, you see? Still there. Still there. It's this. And then this is the gate for it. Who moved first? That's my question. And what are we going to do? What's the solution? The place looks nice. It is nice. Lovely mountainous views that you will not see because you'll be so focused on trying to stay on the road. They're stuck. They are stuck. But you can't move any further forward. Why can't I click their name? You can't move any further forward though. A sign of who has priority? Not really, actually. No, it's just... because for the rest of it, you can pass each other. No. There isn't. That's the official border right there. Yeah, it's just one gate. How do you get this game? How do you do that? Oh, there's another person here. Are they going to spot the problem? They're dragging you. Being dragged. PS1, yes. How to Use internet. How to do that? Scandinavia. This is further up than Scandinavia. There we go. They've made it. Now you just need to go around. Yeah, the sign is on the wooden slash metal bridge. Not this one. Is a steam. Steam comes from engine, right? Okay, and that was the same report. You let the situation play out. We'll be waiting, and there's the other person, waiting a lot more on these ones. Because it takes people quite some time to move. Okay, chat, I get it. You don't need to do the... How do I do everything? Stop it! Okay. Understandably. The cliff is... And there's this person. They're trying their best. Squeezing past. There we go. It's this bridge that has the sign on it. And now they're waiting because there's other people that are going to come over. I'll do that. That's fine. Why is it broken though? Parts of this are grey. Why? So here's your sign, which means one of them is over. Play the game. Too much editing and talking. I do play the game. A lot of the content comes from these streams. If these streams weren't so popular, as if I'm blaming the audience, other people are interested in it. So from this side has priority going that way. Just to recap. It is game. It is game. And we're all playing the same game. It's a good game. It's a simulator game though. Calais jump. Not in this place, no. There are, I'm sure, some places you can hit. There are some places off the map as well. The invisible walls next to the road are pretty much non-existent on Pro Mods. How did you do that? Interesting. Where can you find this? Very north of Norway. Is this the same person? This could be the exact same person. What do you miss? Someone somehow got stuck in the middle of the bridge. And I don't quite get why. Or how. No AI traffic. There's no AI traffic being supported in general. We've wanted to make it work, but every time a new version of the game comes out, the ability of doing that changes. Like the code for the AI changes. That was the verdict several years ago anyway. I think the only way it would work is if you have less traffic, the more player traffic there is. This. Oh, because you went across the middle. Well, I mean, yeah. I wouldn't think you can actually fall down that bit, though. But then they immediately disappeared. So that's fine. Some live action in a moment. We're in a different place. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. You think of how much people traffic there is in a busy place, and then imagine putting slightly buggy AI vehicles there as well. Go back. No, not for that. They moved out of the way. I mean, it's okay. It's a bad place to stay. Let's say they've left. It's fine. You gaming, welcome in. How we doing? A lot of it though, a lot of it will be empty because this map is like twice the size of the regular map. Not twice in terms of scale, it's just there's more places. Like this. Akureyri? Akureyri. That's not how you say that. Iceland. So, I really hope the actual DLC version will have some snowy areas. Would be nice. Would be nice. Hello, miss. I'm doing well. How you doing? The gang is ready to leave. What's the problem? Are they in front of your picture? A lot of these will be just a note. Look at that. Yeah. Lovely. You need to own the expansion DLCs. It would help to own the map DLCs, because then if you get a report and you don't have the place that the report is in, it will look like this. Not like that. Like literally nothing there. And the person will just be floating in the middle of nowhere. So we can't have that. Can you go look at Calais? Funny enough, I can, but I'm on the wrong server for the one that you want. This is a different server. This is the Pro Mod server. Busy died. It's unfortunate. I hope you get it fixed. That's quite nice. On the map, this is all the way over here. AQ, whatever the place was called, is here. This place. Right here. How many Pro Mods, Calais? I'll show you the different layout, actually, because it looks very different. And then, wait, we can have a look at the non-existent CD road. Doesn't exist on Pro Mods. 2 people. 107,000 meters away. So, no lights, because this place doesn't really need it. The roadworky things aren't there. They've got different though. This is here. Okay. And then immediately, that is different. That looks different, doesn't it? You get to an intersection. Roadwork ahead, I sure hope it does. So when it gets remade, and there's no tiny little country road there anymore, this is probably what you get. Huge map area. I don't even know where I'm going, because the place isn't even there. It would be like going this way. So I think a lot of people are gonna find it boring. This is where the first fuel station is. Roughly the same place if you look at the map. But then... oh, another person. Down. Hold on, quite a bit of speed on this bit. And then we're in busy Belgium. Would you go this way, or would you go... well, you don't go to Brussels. Brussels is further south. So you'd go through Antwerp. The ridiculous roads here. And then what? Filter through the city and then go out again? And then you go this way. I'm just guessing this. Oh, there's a... this is the American road layout right here. Where they make it out of really bright concrete. Listen. Eindhoven is... yeah, we're nearly there. We're nearly there, okay. So, hold on. Down... not down that way, we're going this way. And then... there's the same bridge. So, ta-da, we've made it. What do you think of that? Are you ready? Because the main map is going to look like that. It will look like that. And then nothing else is different here, right? Because this is not our creation, it's theirs. Look at it, it's empty. Oh, there are people here. What do you think, eh? A lot of people are going to find that boring. They're going to blame us for some reason. I just know that. They're going to blame us for it. Go to the Middle East. The Middle East is quite good for what they have so far. Obviously, it's very sandy. Liminal spaces, yeah. The train isn't there. So we did put the train there.
How?
Why, though? It's not even in the way. Why did we put one there, then? This is Duisburg, but on the Pro Mod server, so it's absolutely empty. It's good, isn't it? And then the roads leading up to it are obviously very different. That place is still the same. Nice that it has the flags on the map. And then about here is where it would rejoin. Yeah. Stop me from driving through. Possibly, but the train, I believe, isn't even... collision item. I think you can still go straight through it. New. New what? It hasn't been remade yet. This is different. We're on a different server, but this is the comparison that we want people to make. So this is similar to what it might look like, up to nearly where Calais is. Ecstasy, it's whichever platform you want to watch on. Both should be around about the same in terms of viewing experience. It's up to you. And here we are with Strip Back. Looks boring. The one person we saw will probably demonstrate how spaced out it will be. You won't have people bunched up together. Long queues somewhere, because there will always be another lane and there will always be other cities on the way and so on. It'll be monumental. Yeah, big change. Big change. This is normal ProMods. ProMods Arcade is probably the emptiest server in existence. Not many people go on the normal arcade server, but this is ProMods Arcade, so it's even less. The biggest road, as in the longest continuous road, that's probably in the Middle East somewhere. That was... they're not even on the server now. That was odd. If there's one person on it. Here we are, we're back. Can I show Duisburg to Calais? Ironically, unless you've just loaded up the stream, I did. I flew from Calais to Duisburg, but on the ProMods map, it's a bunch of highways, which is what it will kind of look like when it gets remade. But it looked weird, didn't it? It looked very strange. Very different, very foreign. Collisions? No. Blocking? No. It's called queuing. Queuing. Not too sure what they're doing there. Queuing. 67 people. Yeah, maybe the Singapore server. True. What was I going to look at? The Middle East one. It is. People are still there. The road has changed a little bit, but it's probably one of these. Look at the size of that really straight road there. Leading into... I think this is Iraq right there. Let's have a look. A lot of this is going to be showing off places instead of... there we are. Instead of reports. Right. So you can start from here in Irbid. Very nice condensed place. And then all the way down. This isn't really one continuous road, but straight over. Yeah. There's one for the arcade server right there. Pick up quite a bit of speed. Maybe slow down a bit here. Bit more speed. Through this place, which looks like it's... I don't know if it's pronounced the way that I'm thinking of it, but the town is basically Safari, but with a W. So it's like you're saying Safari in an Uwu voice. Safari? It might be like that. And then off... again, it's like, you know when map makers just want to make a really long road just to test a video out? And they never do anything with it? Bit of a bend here for seemingly no reason, just to bait you and slow you down. And then, still through. Another bendy road for no reason. Even left what was the road there. Still going. It's Texas. Still going, still going. And then we've basically arrived at the border crossing. So pretty much all one road there. These are gas pipes, I assume, or oil. I don't know which one. That is the Middle East expansion of ProMods. But then it does keep going. It used to end there, I think. It's going very empty, very... not too much else. but not bad. And in here, do we still have the... There was a nice place here that had a bunch of flaming oil barrels and so on. It was here. Was it? You can go down here and you can sort of park here. Little gather area there. Didn't quite know where it was. It's somewhere there. But that's that. So whoever wondered what the longest road is, probably that one. Back to green. Don't let the Americans play that. Well, they'll go straight for the oil, will they? Oil. Is there a way to play Pro Mods without having all the DLCs? No. You may be able to play a very, very old version. There is Pro Mods Classic, which is either just an old version or versions so far back that you didn't need the DLCs for them. But then how would that have worked in the first versions? You did need the DLCs for them. Because I don't know when the Pro Mods project started. Afromap. No, that's still Pro Mods. Pro Mods. So it is painful. Home sweet home. What DLCs do you need to get the best experience? That is up to you, though. Because it's your experience. Some of the maps could do that. If you have one particular vehicle you like, get the tuning pack for that vehicle. Some of the trailer ones, the cargo ones, where you can haul stuff like this. You didn't have to use them. I thought so. But then would it look like you've got modified bits and you just have the normal DLC bit, just completely untouched? I assume that's what you get. This one's reported for this. So they want to go around, because I guess this one didn't move in time. Oh dear. It is very stressful, yes. Because you have to be mindful for the corners as well. The most pointless DLC? That's a good question. I hope they sorted this out. I don't know. What is the most pointless DLC? Pointless in the sense where the stuff is pretty much already in the game anyway? I mean, there isn't really any. Paint packs. You could argue now that they're a bit useless because you don't need them in order to see them on other people now, so yeah. That's why at the list of recommendations of things to get, paint packs are all the way at the end. You don't need them. This is not like all those other fancy games where you keep buying new skins to make your weapon look great. You don't need them here. The Shock. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. Maybe, but it has a few interesting light bars on it. Not completely useless. The Russia one, done but not out. Well, you can consider it just not being a DLC that you can get, so therefore it probably wouldn't count. It's not on the list. The Aussie paint pack. Well, see, that would make sense. So you can get them if you want to represent your country, of course. But you may not need all of them. I don't know how much it costs now to buy every DLC. Hello, Hello, yes, finally. This person's just going a bit slow, but it's because they've got a heavy trailer. Via OpenPipe, you can have a plugin that I guess just runs and replaces the sound for you, but not for everyone else. That's the closest you can get. They had such a good momentum. You only use one? That's fine. If you ever feel the need to change, then, you know, you got more options. The worst DLC, which is France. Are you a fellow Brit by chance? Disliking the French? 3 days ago near the exit of Calais, you understand what you did. That's for the appeal, not for here, because I'd just be trying to imagine the scenario. Okay. So, that could have gone far worse, but that was still Meh. Oh, good. 90. This is what Promods is like. Promods is as busy as the normal server. Just slightly less because the list isn't full. And it's still only me doing them. Storm called Florence. Apparently that's the first named storm we've had since earlier in the year. We're going to have another storm. When's it due to hit? Is that about tolls? Yeah, there's a lot of tolls there. That's fair. Keith, welcome in. Cox, great name. Spelled differently. Badger, welcome in. Have we hit the milestone yet? I'll have a look in a moment. If you haven't been over to the other red platform, it's used for videos and things like that, hop over there and drop a sub. If we haven't hit it yet, we're very close to the next milestone. That. This is the ProMod server, yes. Good. Waiting before the corner. Good. Pay attention. Good. Good. Makes it really tempted to make a video on the top 5 skills ProMods players need, and it's just really silly things like knowing what a corner is. Patience? That's a great skill. Okay. The rare scenario where that I'll allow that. Unnecessary because you're in a bit of a rush. This person hadn't arrived yet. This person is doomed because once you get up this hill, you're gonna beach it there. But then if the other person was still too close and they were due to come down, then you shouldn't go for the overtake. Yeah. Would you TP him across the world? No. No. I just don't want to play a prank like that. No. You can use a controller, yes. It's the same one we saw earlier, I think. This is the kind of pink I used to use when I just thought it was funny to use pink. Yeah. Where is the road? To those joining in, I'm not going to keep showing it several times in the stream, but pay attention. All the way up the top, here's Scandinavia, all the way up here. This. Because this is Russia. So you're nearly in Russia, and the top of Norway technically goes above, straight over the top. It's right in between the two. I've been a tree. The other industry, I think... No, not in this version. No, it's down here. It's nice, though. Oh, there's one. Hello, Minnie. Welcome in. Is there snow? Yeah, I think so. Some of the Russian places do have snow. Though there aren't that many. Granted, but... Secret road. True. 4 more! 4 more. We're 4 away. 4 away. Oh, you had ads. Yes, you can use a controller, Jim. You can use a controller. Same way in single player. Any controller method is exactly the same. They might take inspiration. There have been rumors where we think ProMods has helped out with some content before. It's just a rumor, so I don't actually know. They might have. But I'm sure they know. I mean, there was a recent meetup as well. Some of the ProMods team went to the SCS office to chat about things. So they definitely know of each other. When did I become an admin? A long time ago. It's been a very long time. Ended in you rage quitting.
Hello, crew.
Yes, yield signs. I think that's universal regardless of what server you're on. A lot of people don't know what they are. So, Steamy, welcome back. 19 months. How you doing? Big fan. Please don't tip. If you go too far over, being courteous for other users, you might slip. So, they have hired a few people. Yes. True. So, I mean, if you've got experience, turn it into a job. Stelvio Pass. Danny, where is that? Where is that? I know I can try and look for it. I'm all good. Good to have you back, big fan. Let's try for heavy haulage. Probably the most powerful ones. So any Scania or any Volvo. Wheels, it doesn't matter how many wheels you have, really. That's fine. Don't go around, they're being patient. Kind of, they're both moving at the same rate. Promods is updated, yes. Welcome in, Serio. Up to date. Version 275 for Promods. Version 155 for the game itself. How long's it been up for? Overall, I don't know. I don't know when the first version of Promods was. That was your fault. Bit too aggressive coming downhill there. But that was a little bump. You'll see a lot of reports that are kind of useless. Some people that don't know what corners are, a lot of people that don't know what yielding is, and a lot of people that bump into each other but they think it's a crash. So these reports are a little bit weird. 2014. What, so same as... Oh, well. Same as TMP then. How can you join? You need to download the client. It is a client for the game. You run the installer and it tells you to set up where your games are. And then basically, that's a very simple explanation. Still there. Doesn't take you 2 minutes to... I'll TP for that. Just a teleport. Doesn't take you that long to get fuel. And because there's only one pump as well. Don't do that. Extended trailer. Yes. Hey, this place. Oh, I haven't seen this in a while. This is also in Iceland, for those wondering. In the middle of the island, in Iceland, there is a giant hidden road going across the middle of it. It looks rocky, it is. You've got to be very careful. You've got to go through a precise route to not get stuck, which is what they've done. It is a bit annoying, yes. But only at this bit. Then you take it upon yourselves, because everyone's there by their own choice. It's not a normal road. So you've got to think of the others. Off-roading in Scania. The Scanias are okay, though. Though, if you do eventually get really stuck, I think accepting defeat could be a good choice. But you can see they're slowly rolling out. There they are. There we go. We've nearly made it. There we go. You see, you've got to just a little bit more patient in Promods and it'll eventually work. Yeah, it's me farting, yes. All those farter followers. Rolly, welcome in. Leeds, Mario, Andre, Victor, Olivers, Promods, yes. This, while they're doing it, not here. Oh, it's here, it's this. It won't be visible to you until you've actually driven on it, but there is a giant void of nothingness until you get there. The F-26. Giant country road. I think they are here. I don't think they're anywhere else. It's not this. This is another one, but it's very, very bendy. It's not that. This one. So they're near where it meets the main road again. Yeah. Oh, lot of nothing. Yellow markers. Which yellow markers? The ones in between, they are little jeeps to warn you of bumpy terrain or off-road symbol. Yeah, these are little jeeps warning you it's an off-road thing. You've got the icy road section. These mean tunnels with potentially limited height. It looks like there's an arrow pointing up and down. That's it for the weird symbols. What is this? What have they done? Have they added the whole airport to Keflavik? No, Iceland DLC is not out. This is modded. Oh! They have. This wasn't there before. Oh, damn. Yeah, you could go this way, but I guess there wasn't much there. You can now go to both ends of it. Okay. I wondered. I saw a massive amount of grey. Wonder what it was. When you think of an off-road truck, which brand comes up? But see, you think of off-road ones and you don't think of... This one's already been done. You don't think of vehicles like these. You think of like a pickup truck. Like what the Americans call a truck. So, you know, your Ford F-150, that kind of thing. I can't think of any lorries, as we would call them, that specifically do off-road. I know Volvo and things like that have the FMX or something, which is a sort of quarry type vehicle. The 8x8? Maybe. How much for ETS2? What do you mean setup? Like the stuff you might need to be able to play it? Everything you use to drive in the game is completely optional. This is also in Iceland. We're near Reykjavik. Very nice. Philip, welcome in. Ratin. Bambusk. Xander. Derm. Is this a border or is this a weighing station? Did you even stop? The other ones don't stop. What DLCs did you buy? What do you have already? Or do you not own any? Any you want, really? Okay, what are you doing? Any of them? Tall? Maybe I just don't see the symbols, but I do see other symbols though.
Huh?
No, there's no symbols. It would tell you to stop, so maybe they did. But these gates don't actually go down, so it's not actually in use. Bored of just watching? No, because I don't do it too much. And it's not just me watching, I guess. We're having a chat while we're doing that. It's really not much. So I usually do these streams for about 2 hours. Doesn't sound like much, but there's a lot to go through. Plenty of content comes out of it. And that's how you avoid getting bored. I read the message of please deban, and I was like, that's how I avoid getting banned? No. Super secret highway. There are many. Which one do you mean? A fish with no eyes. I feel I've heard this one before. You know what? Waifu Slayer? Great name? I don't know. You tell me. What do you call it? Please don't be a really bad joke. Like, a morbid joke. Fish. Ah. That's good. That's good. There is a slight fear that when some... Oh, here we go.
GGG, good evening, admin. Hope you're doing fabulous. I'm just so annoyed. Wanna know why? No? Well, I'm gonna tell you anyway. He. My dad asked whether we pyromaniacs. I said, of course we are, son. Lul H1213122221. Have a good one. Pepega.
That's funny. You get it, because of course we are, son. Arson. Funny joke. 84 months is ridiculous. Have you hit the next stage again? Or am I just not able to count? 60, 72, 84. Oh my god. Do I have any badges left? I mean, you got Founder's badge, so luckily that covers it up. Walking. Yeah, you are a little bit, because you're stuck on the hill. But then you allow them to wiggle at 1 kilometer an hour, and then they do make it. There we go, we're making progress. There we go, that's the same one. So many buses.
Deploying flashbang.
Too many buses. Is this what it's going to be like? So you know when the coach DLC comes out, is this what it's going to be like? They may not be doing the actual jobs of carrying people. They're just going to the busy places because they have their vehicle. This is what it would look like. I can't wait for more comments of people complaining that it's a truck game then. Because they've already done that, but like, oh, why are there buses? There's a van there. Why, what's this about? Yeah, they'll do that. Where are we? This is in Pro Mods. We're not on Sim 1. This is, this one isn't, but that one was in, nice. That looks weird for the TikTok people. There was in Kirkenes, which is in Norway. The top of Norway. These two are just, this is for the same group. This is further on from the other place. You know where the Ranabon stops at the thing? I think there. How are you over here then if you happen over there? Or is this further back? Oh, because this is the one that was blocking. Oh, so there's a bit more of an intent to it. Because from the other one's POV, we didn't see that first bit. Well, we didn't see that, did we? This changes it all, doesn't it? Hello, Ali. Welcome in. What's going on? We are looking at a bunch of players that are playing on a public server, and they can report each other for any bad activities each other does. That may not be the right English. They are then put into a list of reports, and then we review those reports with some funny outcomes. That was not necessary though. What was that about? TPR and TPRK are teleports to repair. I'll assume it's for repair, even though that says service. Reviewing reports, yes. So that one was that, and now we load up the next one. And it's the van. Who gets access to the van though? Who has the van? Is this a team vehicle? Or is this the current public vehicle? No, it's the public vehicle, isn't it? Because it changed. Van gang is back, right? Public. But then I've seen this van before, so was it previously a patron vehicle? Because I've seen it before this. It was patron last month. Ah, there you go, you see, it swapped over. Ah. Well, it's for the players to vote. If you get a goofy vehicle in the rotation, vote for it. We've had bin lorries. I think they have been in a rotation. Any van gang, bus gang, anything like that, use them. Side pipe. You could use one. I wouldn't know much. Maxi, hold on. I think I do. Garbage trucks, yes. I've seen them because they are in the Real Ops event as well. There have been one or two people that are assigned to that, and they just drive around the cities collecting trash. Forever food. I don't know really what I would label. I have a favorite category of food, so anything pasta. Pasta's very nice. I don't think there's one particular dish. Bit of a boring answer. As interior. This one, this sounds like a car engine. So it could do, if it's of a certain size, it has the truck engine. This one might, but it looks too high up for the car engine to fit. No, they're not hard to drive. This person's just very aggressive on the pedal. In some of these roads, though, you need to be careful. Do not put your foot all the way down. It's a bit of an accident, but because then you'll spit out. Put it almost all the way down. I mean, especially not when hitting bumps. So they're slowing down, we've worked out that was a bit of an aggressive smooch. So that was a bit of a boo-boo. Yeah. Just slow down. Again, another great example of one you don't have anywhere to be in a hurry. So are you acting like you do? Where are you going? How can you get one? Those are available in the same place you buy your normal trucks. The other vehicles, like the car and that thing and whatever, are first in the list, I think, before the other vehicles. And then the bus, not the coach, the other bus is at the end of the list. Someone wondered about taking jobs with it. You will need a program called DBus, like the letter D, bus, world, and that allows you to, how do I describe it? You can begin a route, like taking a job in this game, but you can begin a route and then it will tell you in game to go to a particular bus station and you can pick up people. That's how you do that. And you might have maybe 2, 3, 4 stops on the way, which are other cities to go to. So the coaches might be like that. Way still out of the popular cities? Yes. Only go there if you're willing to maybe wait a bit, or if you have a recording software, things like that. ASMR, no, I do not. San, welcome in. I suppose I could, but the thing is, the people that do ASMR really well either have good whispering voices, lots of things to make sound with, or they also, I wouldn't say suffer, but they also have the thing that triggers the ASMR. It's a response. I don't have it, so I'd just be making random sounds for no reason. So, will you play it? Yes, I want to play it. And I want to have some other streamer friends play it. I think Mr. Bang TTS wants to play it. Do it! Start another account, how about that? That wasn't that bad though, other than the little close call here. That was an accident because they hit the sign. The thing is that I worked out as well is that from the 7th, you need an early access key to do it. The normal public one is from the 9th and the 10th, and then the following week. So, yeah, we can play that. Hello, Nin. Yes. Aveco interior. If the vehicle is of a certain size, yes. From the 7th. Oh, you have it from the 7th. Oh, did you pre-order or did you get a key? You can already preload it, yeah. I'm not that big with it.
13 years. I haven't been in chat a long time, it sees lol. Swear I was 12 years only 1 week ago.
That can happen. Thanks for 13, appreciate that. Unlucky number, you got to race to 14th now. Oh, from the BF Labs. That's what it is, yeah. If you signed up before, I think the end of last month, you got a key anyway. Now, I guess you don't. From the Twitch shops. I had some of the channels open. I never got one. Not that big of a deal. By 13. But it's an unlucky number. The fun question to ask people there. You know, we, of course, universally say that 13 is an unlucky number for some whatever reason. Does anyone have 13 as their lucky number? Most people have a lucky number, lucky letter, initial, things like that. Is it anyone's lucky number? Where you've gone against the grain and you've used 13 before and it worked? Yes? Interesting. Explain. Friday the 13th. That's even better, really. When's the bus DLC come? No idea. It's not out yet. There's no date. They give you dates when it's absolutely confirmed. Bit of a crash. What happened there? Promots, yes. Who crashed though and why? Okay, what was that for? What was that? An EV. There are 2 EVs in the game at the moment. Very limited access to them, though. The entire PC just lagged there, including the audio. We good? What do you think about leaks? Generally speaking, leaks for most things are clearly not that good. I can kind of understand it if it is only speculative. Like, oh, rumors from this source that this skin might be coming out on this date kind of thing. Not like where you've obtained something illegally and then decided to post it anyway. That can happen quite a lot, of course. Particular content involving pictures and things like that. That type of leak is a no. Absolutely not. But there are a lot of people, and we talked about this earlier, the GTA rumors, Fortnite, COD, things like that. Those could be rumors. If you announce that it is just a rumor and you don't play on the card that you think it's legit, like they do, then it's okay. But don't clickbait too much. You'll leak them? No. Hate every leak. Well, I mean, if your pipes are leaking as well, that's quite bad. So that's another leak that is not good. Yeah. What? Where is this? This is in the very north of Norway. On the ProMods map expansion. Can you use lane assist? Yes, but be careful, because it isn't perfect. Why have I got a shout out for She-Wolf? Oh, I see what it is. Okay, so in She-Wolf's channel, every time someone raids, she has a little channel trailer that she plays. It just shows off work content that I edited. And I guess that's why she does that. That's quite funny. If she's still on later, we can go and say hello. Drunk driver. Might be driving with a mouse, because they're very easy to swerve your mouse around. That's quite funny. Yeah, the LA thing, yeah. Use it at your own risk. If it fails to turn a corner or it crashes into someone or something like that, don't blame it, because it's you using it. Assist? Yeah, it's not really a very good assist, is it? Come on, man. You could use error mouth. You could use the warning, the beeper thing. Is okay enough. I wouldn't rely on like the system itself, because I'm the one driving. Why would I not be driving? This isn't going to work. Yeah, you're too close to wrong side. In single player, that's fine. Can you drive any speed? Not really any speed. The servers have speed limits. You can drive at that limit if safely. If done safely. There we go. Now, well, you might make it now. Hello, Tay. How you doing? Hey, TikTok chat. You see the emotes they're using? They look good, don't they? Oh, you've beached it. No? I don't think this was the right truck for the job, to be honest. I need a bit more power. There we go. Real time. Still struggling? Maybe. Oh, no, they've moved. Another fun part of ProMods there, where a lot of these scenarios, you can still see it happening. Well, they have moved, or did they might have just teleported away? You wouldn't have made it this far. No, I think they disappeared. Okay, well, fair enough. Shattered. Long day, busy day. Another train. See? I'm doing well. Send you into oncoming traffic because it thought water was the curb. Really? Oh dear. What's over? ProMods. I'll show it every now and then while this person is struggling. We are here. This is at the very top of Norway, only in ProMods, because the normal map ends in St. Petersburg, or rather this bit of Finland, and then Oslo. But you can go higher than that. So this is what the Nordic Horizons will look like. I hope. Is there actually anything here in the real world though, or is it just mountains? Deep in the north of Sweden. Is there much there? Not much. So this is probably what the DLC will look like then. Yeah. And at least now it's very good because you can go all the way down here. Earlier versions you couldn't go all the way down. And they're still here. Come on, take your time, come on, that's it, crawl up the hill, come on, come on, come on. If you want to go any faster than 1 kilometer an hour, don't bring a train. And it ends there, like they did make it, I assume. Maybe, or they gave up. Both of those are good. It's not them. Not them. Not them. Yeah, they've already gone. It's not that bad. Towns with 2 to 10k population. Oh, okay. But is there much trucking activity in those towns? That's the thing. That may be why there isn't much there. Every lesson after that you turn it off? Good. Yeah, it depends on what the lane assist tries to use. If it tries to use cameras to do it, I don't know if that's good enough than if it were to use, what's it called, LiDAR, I think? People have compared camera sensors to LiDAR stuff, and that's much better. Made you flip. Very aggressive. Hello, operator, good evening. Really calming voice, thank you. It would be hectic, yeah. So yeah, the TLDR of the driving assist thing, or the ETS2 LA, you can use it, but at your own risk. If anything happens, don't in your appeal say, oh sorry, it was the mod, it was the tool's fault. Like, technically it might have been, but you know. Yeah, LiDAR is better. It senses like the distances to certain things. I don't know how it works. Very high-tech stuff. The robo-taxi. Oh, that's going to be fun. Schlorg. That's a great name. Thank you for the follow. You're doing well. Hey, thank you for the gifts. What are you doing? Cameras. Here I feel that wouldn't work too much anyway. Not that self-driving stuff is even legal, I think. Not full self-driving. But a lot of the rural areas here, they don't have line markings. Councils don't bother painting the lines. So does it know? Oh, it's the same one from before. And this one's just going straight round. Now, a bit aggressive, but I mean, not too bad. Potholes, yes. Does it know where the potholes are? 1039. 39? That's quite high up. 1039 isn't there for some reason. Are you sure? It skips a bunch of numbers and I really don't know why. A lot of them are missing. That wasn't too bad, so really resort to doing that. Because you could bump someone on the way up. Yeah, you must be okay to drive. It's one of those things where you might as well just be driving anyway then. Because if I'm sitting there, just watching the car do it for me, but I'm just praying that the car doesn't do any, like, glitchy whatever, I'll just drive. It's not worth the hassle of it maybe going wrong. What's the point? Have to do the runs? Well, it's back. So absolutely go for it. Looks like it hasn't changed at all. Why is Duisburg always full? It's the hotspot. It just always has people there. ETS 3? No. ETS 2, as of October, will be 13 years old. A teenager. What's the point in now making a new game if all the way up to that point they've been very productive with their updates, their DLCs, their community interaction? I don't really see the point in them doing it now. No, for this Promods one, nothing changed. Because the community... I assume you just pulled over. The community rushed them. They're still there. And made them do it. No, it's not Sim 1. What are we on now? 249. That's very far back. Jay, we're on 275 of Pro Mods now for version 155 of the game. So I think you've got some updating to do. 249, good God. Gosh, get on it. 275. Which needs all DLCs, all map DLCs currently, including Greece. Pro Mods free. Yes, technically Pro Mods is free. There is a paid version of it, which basically puts all the files into one zip folder. And you get a bit of a quicker download for it. And it supports them. So why not? But you don't have to do that. It's technically free. Who's the suspect? We don't know. That's why they are named as the suspect. This is basically an anonymous filter that we enable when we stream. So you don't know who they are. I don't know who they are. I can check on the website, but then I can't tell you. Because it doesn't actually matter who they are. Not limited to 10. It shouldn't be. No, because it uses a different downloading host if you download it all in one go. Oh, yeah, nearly a smooch right in the middle there. If you can see someone about to be at the top, you should start slowing down in advance. It doesn't matter who really has priority or not. It's just to avoid a crash. Isn't it? Yeah, a bit of a rush. Don't do that. They need a nice wide turn. And then it ends there. Please stop rushing around like that. Where are they now? Did they deliver the trailer? There's no one else. Why is there no one here now? There. No. There they are. That's them, I think. Don't think you treat a friend different? That has happened a few times, Phoenix, where I've seen someone, or I've had to punish someone that happened to be in the stream at the time. 1 or 2 times they were a friend, and we'd sort of discuss it a little bit more than if it were a random player, but then, yes, they'd still get punished for it. Because then that's biased and not good. If I don't do that. Rules apply. I mean, let's put it this way. If being banned in the game would affect your friendship, then something might be wrong with that. Does that make sense? Yo, Cams. How you doing? Sport. You were here yesterday. Did you enjoy it? Did you get any fun videos out of it? This is at the very north of Norway, this place. This is on the Pro Mods expansion. The Pro Mods version of the busy road in Sim 1. Scheduled date. No. This update came out, I think, sometime over the weekend. So this is very fresh. You won't get another one just yet. So you're safe for another few weeks, I would think. You should be good. This person they're driving through, I think, has just spawned in. They better get moving. When it says your account is private when signing up, if you mean your Steam account, that could mean that for some reason it takes a while for it to detect that. So the entire sign-up process may take a few days if you spread out the steps on it. Every part of the Steam thing has to be sent to public at least once for it to detect it. Then afterwards you can you can set it to private. No, it's not the Grishglockner. No. Oh dear. I'll show you in a moment. Yeah, it's an update without any content because the players are getting impatient that they weren't updating it very quickly. Bear in mind, this came about 2 or 3 weeks after the actual in-game update came out. Oh, come on, man. But these are little bumps, these are little taps. It's not that bad. So they were forced to just not put whatever they wanted to change and just release it just as it is. So those asking where we are, here. This is pronounced differently from how it's spelled. We say Kirkenes, but it's actually like Kirkenes, Kirkenes. Norwegian. I'm clearly a pro at Norwegian. If I start going, yeah, when Kirkenes, people are like, where's that? Watch at the bottom. This demo time thing? Or what? This is just for reference. Way of when it was happening. Or you mean down here? Yeah, the message is sent by a player. Yes. If I do that, those are the messages that this person has sent in the last... Well, these are now, but in the last 10 or so minutes. As a Norwegian, that was not right. Well, of course it wasn't right. I'm not one. I did ages ago. I made a video on it because people were wondering how it was pronounced. I did go into a Norwegian streamer's chat and ask them how to say the word. So there is a clip of it. Just to confirm. Yes, Nox. Same again. Standing again. That was very aggressive. You were slowing down, but that was aggressive. See? They said sorry. But that was aggressive. That wasn't a bump. I wouldn't consider that a bump. Not really a bump. Yes, Nox, I am. Yes. But for most of the day, pretty much all the day, I was sitting down. So. Not chuck mods. Correct. Local mods with the Insenux thing would be okay within reason. This is another famous place. So, for some reason unknown to science, here in Iceland again, look at that for a wibbly wobbly all the way up, has a lot of people, primarily from ones we've seen from the Chinese VTCs and groups that come here all carrying trains and they try and get up the hill, and it takes them hours to do so by trying to push each other up the hill. These ones have doubles. Good luck to that. It sounds fun, so much fun, but to the point where this one is, you might as well just walk. The snow. From the release content, well, not release, from the content we've seen so far from the Iceland DLC, they aren't showing any snow because it's in summertime. Hopefully, they add some areas that might have some snow. Because, oh my god, you're still there. See, we've got the support team, the backup, that try and push other people around. I assume... Yep, that's their trailer. They're all the way at the top. Like, if everyone was complicit with it, then it's okay. But clearly, because this report exists... No, they're not. You know, someone isn't. There's a hacker? Of course there is. Well, there will be some mods on Sim 1. Usually always is. Still you for that. Like, come on. You've got to admit defeat at some point. If you're not moving at all, you've got to admit defeat. I think the van deemed that a success because this person is now free to move. Yeah. Hacker Valley in the USA, of course it is. Is this yours? Yes, this is yours. Of course it is. Almost the same again. Is that my screen seeing it, or are the two halves of their vehicle jittering between each other, like they're going as they're moving up? That's funny. Yeah, there's a lot. If I move out, you see how many there are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 trains. Not necessarily 12 people. No, all of these ones are single trailers. Okay. That's a lot. Too much power. A 2x2. Oh, there we go. Those two are helping out. You know, the reports exist. If you're just not moving at all, please. Come on. Hello, Anna. Welcome in. Big fan. Where is this? That was somewhere in Iceland. This is in the north of Norway. All on the ProMods map. Very good. Server is ProMods. Below Simulation 1, Sim 2, something else, blah, 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 you get to ProMods. You'll need, obviously, the ProMods expansion mod for it. It's too heavy, yes. I get the challenge. It sounds exciting to test your skills, maybe driving in manual. You know, test your skills of going uphill with something really heavy, but it doesn't work for everyone. So, when ProMods? This is ProMods. What do you mean? Too heavy? Don't know about that. Manuel, I only drive in manual as well. I've gotten used to it. But I've never done the train challenge thing. I don't want heavy trailers. I can't meet. Not necessarily in the way you think of. Whenever we go driving, though, other people can just join and think of that like a kind of meet. And then we go drive places. Or when we line up to take a photo. It's kind of like a meet. 66. My engines have 6. 6 on the shifter, 6 in the thing. I know it's not realistic, but it just makes it easier. A great example of how the invisible barriers don't really exist in ProMods. It's a shortcut. Well, it ends there, but the fact that you slowed down, you can kind of go anywhere, really. Though some of these you might fall straight them. Where did they go then? Well, they're not here. Don't know. Interesting. That's a bad place to park. Makes people limited in how far over you can go. Yeah. Moving on. Iceland. No, that wasn't Iceland. The one of few reports back in the snow was. This is in Norway. Top of Norway. Bad parking spot? No. Yeah. That's the name of the dam. Boris. Boris something dam. Go back. If you're stuck somewhere, are you parked? But is it parked in quotes? Did you tip? Hey, wrong way! Look, wrong way. Backwards. Back up. This used to be you both went through the tunnel, but it created enormous queues for when people can't agree on who goes next. So this is the way you go now. You go round that way. Oh, and then you still went the wrong way. Oh, okay. Smash into the van. Well done. Come on now. What are we doing? Come on now. Show on the map. I can. I don't want to keep doing it though. Here. Right here. Kirkenes, very north of Norway. All the way in the top of the map. On Promos, this is not the Nordic thingy DLC, that's not out yet. Yeah, there's 2 here. You'd think that they need to make those much bigger. I guess not. But you should be going this way. Takes a bit longer, but at least you don't encounter the people that way. Should drive more? I should. Fun fact, my ProMods profile was at the time a copy of my normal profile, and then when I made it all work, I think I had about 60% of the map. It also uses my Scania that on my normal profile I reached 1 mil kilometers. That one has nowhere near it. Guess I don't drive very much. He didn't see the sign. Well, how did he not? There's 2 signs. I think they did. They reversed to let the people come out and then went straight through the tunnel again. That's on them. Biggest game map. No. No. You have to split them into categories. What you could do, if you wanted to, because you know how, if you've ever seen any of those comparison map videos where they unroll the map several times for all these games and they compare the sizes, those animation ones. Did he get bananaed? Yes, he did. ETS2 is not on there. You need to work out the square kilometer size of all of the countries that we have and then divide it by whatever the factor scale of the game is. Like 1 to 20. And that's what you got. It's ProMods, yes. It's 3 gigs now.
Hello everyone.
That's chunky for a mod. 3 gigs. Hello Diesel, welcome back. 2 months. Glad to see you. How you doing? 1 to 16. Everywhere is a different scale. I thought one of them was like 1 to 20, then the UK is like 1 to 19. UK is 1 to 20. The point still stands. That'd be funny to work it out. But no, there are loads of maps where, why are we all blocked up now? Where they are far larger. I mean, think of it, you can't really include things like No Man's Sky, that's technically the biggest map. Yeah. The Minecraft map, millions of kilometers. So, no way. Yes, whenever someone else comes in the TikTok stream and they wonder where we are, help out and answer their question. Very tough. Yeah, you could say Flight Sim has the biggest map involving Earth. Oh dear. How are you doing? Well. How was that your first message, but your 2nd month? Maybe you got caught out in a gifted sub spam. Welcome in. Kelly. I think that's in the game. 1 to 19, 1 to 15. Ah, I see. Yep, they're falling. Oh, they're gone. Yeah, you get swallowed up by the map. All map DLCs, yes. Now, you could let them go because there's only 3 of them, but it's up to the 2 of you to agree on who goes where. Longyearbyen, it might, given it is, isn't it still a Norwegian territory? Svalbard? Time to join. You could. Go get it. Go load it up. There was something I was going to look at. I can't remember what it was. It is part of Norway, okay. So yeah, maybe. We don't know yet. Tokyo Drift. They sure do try. It's just because of that damn rock again. Yeah, these rock formations, you see. That's not enough space. This person will be waiting a while. You can only let a certain number of people down before you have to let more go up, because then they'll be stuck at the corner. You have to think about it. Do you pay? The team is a volunteer team. You volunteer to be part of the team. You were meant to give way to right on the roundabout. Yes, Callum, that's very unfortunate. I hope you're okay. But yes, you give way to whatever is already on the roundabout. Or if two people arrive at the roundabout at roughly the same time, it's basically whoever got there first. You do it forever, pay or not? I mean, it'd be lovely if it was a paid role. It'd be great. 12 an hour. No, there's no wage. It is pro mods, yes. If there was a wage, it'd probably be publicly listed somewhere, and I could tell you what it is. But there isn't. No simulation. Yerster, welcome in. Joa, welcome in. Scott, welcome in. A lot of these I missed out. Oh, I know what I was going to check. The red platform. We've done it! 6003! Oh my god, I will take a screenshot of that later. Big fan, chat. You know what? I need a round of applause on my soundboard. I don't have one. Thank you for popping over. Subbing there. I appreciate that. There'll be more videos soon. I'm working on some. More shorts as well. Yeah, someone to do an overtake. They try. Trust me, they try. There's the friend that died before. When he's driving. Whenever. Tomorrow it will also be similar to what we did yesterday. Not yesterday, last Tuesday, where we do a poll on what we do. I actually did, Felix. I did earlier today. I wanted to yesterday, day before, but I didn't. This is the one that got stuck. Send the pics. I'll have a look after this in the channel. Sure. Proficiency? Yeah, we'll see. I mean, if I put the options being driving proficiency, normal driving, and maybe something else like Star Trucker, because I haven't played that in a while, and if you pick driving about again, then you know, these three are behind the one that is actually blocking in this case. Who then frees himself. So they're not blocking, it's the other one's blocking. Yeah. So many trains, so many yachts. What is going on? Again, these kind of make sense because there is water at the top there. You'd be sailing on a dam though. But still. A bit better than taking a train up there. You're levitating? You shouldn't be. It's mainly here. They just get troubled there.
Ow.
About the trains. It'd be funny to have a limit on the weight of cargo you can bring. Have you seen anywhere? Yes, we have, Felix. We have indeed. I've seen a few in Iceland. You know the place where all the heavy train people go? I've also seen somewhere else. I forgot, but there have been other ones. I promise. You don't say sure, you can just rewatch the VOD. If this wasn't live, then yes, you can absolutely be skeptical. Just rewind the VOD, bro. Yeah, and well, I didn't have any in the Middle East, but I showed it because someone asked what the longest road is. Longest continuous road is probably in the Middle East. So far. Because the other ones will meet, you know, intersections, cities, and so on. But again, I don't think you're fit to drive there, Trash. Doesn't sound like it's going too well. Why do you keep stopping? Well, yes, this is a bad spot to be. But are you like police or something? Are you traffic police? Luckily, no one is behind you. Brothers, no bang, we're not doing that. You ready at the weekend? You playing, yeah? There's a few in my community that want to play. Groggy. Red light, green light, yeah? Don't do that. For the trailers. Oh, you look so good. There was a thing I saw earlier. I used to watch playing the other Battlefield games, Ravik. There's a well-known YouTuber. He tested out the C4 underneath the vehicle, and we've got bad news. In his test, the vehicle with C4 underneath it didn't move at all. That's bad news. Now, that might just be a one-off, but it didn't even budge. Even in 2042, it got a bit of air. So, we may not have the Battlefield 4 strat. But still, we might have other ones. Yourself. Yeah, but the point being that when you do that in the other games, you'd be sent flying because of the physics of it. But they tried the same strat and nothing happened. It was weird. Where's this? Norway! Very north of Norway. You'll need pro mods for this. But besides that, silly little whatever, yes, we shall play. There was another funny thing I saw earlier. COD trying to scavenge people that would then end up playing the beta. They're saying, oh, if you play between the 7th and the 14th of this month, which is when the beta's taking place, you'll get an Easter egg. And you get a secret thing that only appears if you play during this time. Okay, COD. Okay, we know what you're doing. You're funny. No, the people will still be playing the Battlefield game. No thanks. No. Call it. I don't, for the things like that, it will probably just be clips. I have a few medal clips of just funny, silly things happening in 2042. I've been leveling up my guns on that. Good God. Player versus AI lobbies are so fun. Me bragging about a 22 KD or something, but then against humans is like 0.8. You should try it. See, then, you know, you could get into the sort of, not competitive, but you can get into the skill set of being like a known in the OCE area heli pilot. Because you need to see, what's his name, Silk. He's also in the Australia thing. He is very good with jets and stuff. Quite a good player. They're good. I just like really heavy gun sounds. This is the same van that pushed them last time. They're still here. I'm not very good with either, so I will leave them to someone that knows what they're doing. No, this is the place I said, where the other groups like to drive. All trains, you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Some of them have moved on. 12. And you've got to do the same going all the way down. No. How's life? Not too bad. I appreciate you. How's it going? How was the thingy Evo? How was that? I joined, I think, near the end of yours. This looks like no one's moving, and it's ended, but in fact, people are moving. How many left? Still 90. This entire session, there's been 90 reports. It was mid. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Evo fighting event thingy happened over the past few days. Why is it winter and summer? Because it's Iceland, and Iceland has a lot of snow and ice. That's where that was. And now we're back to that place. Hello, Dubs. Welcome in. I'm doing well. How was you doing? Have I seen that name before? Where from? 16-year-old. Yeah, I think I was there when you were talking about it. He managed to beat 2 pros or something. And he's like, yeah, he's got potential to be hit by a, you know, pro team or something. Yeah. The new Tesco sandwich? No. What is it? It's a really strange combo. What's your soothing? Thank you. Hello, Zhao. Welcome in. Birthday cake. What? Flavored? Or is it a literal piece of cake between 2 bits of bread? 2 former winners. Wow. That's a common thing, actually, in some things. You get these young prodigies that sort of somehow come out of nowhere. Listen, Ryder. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I suppose so. Welcome in. Let's see. So, what do? We are looking at reports of players that do bad things reported by other players on TMP, which is a mod for ETS2. A lot of abbreviations there. And if someone does indeed do something wrong, they get punished for it. City Road got quiet? No, it did not. No, it did not. A few players moved back because for a time the two had to kind of play together, and they don't like that. But no, it didn't die. It didn't die at all. What, they were going around? Well, they shouldn't really be going around that one, but what really was that for? That was silly. Rotary sponge filling between bread. Ew. Let me guess, it costs a lot as well, yeah? That was weird. Now, yeah, you could be seen as disrupting that person's overtake, but that overtake was also very unnecessary in that spot. So it's kind of a warning, don't do it. This is a different server. This is the Pro Mods server. Fitting, because this is the Pro Mods mod. How did you become a mod? You apply. I applied all the way back in 2018. There was a recruitment session in June of this year. Next one, I don't know when that'll be. Seen this before. Not going to talk about that. What a few years, yeah. This is where people like to park, because up there is where you go to the road. So, that'll do. 2 a year. Whenever they need it. Yeah. So it takes time to put people through the system first before you get newbies. The map DLCs first, because it edits bits in each. Not far from you. I'm sure you are somewhere. I don't know where you are. Doesn't matter where you are. Do people still use? I suppose people still use this little shortcut here as well. Give the cam here. Thin road. Leave it, it's fine. It's fine. Silver's been gone for so long. What's he doing? Where's he at? The patron. You need the highest patron tier, which I believe is $5 or euros a month. Was that warp good? I hope so. 5 a month. It's 1, 3, and 5 respectively. And the 5 one is the one that gets you everything, basically. So not much. You can, of course, go higher than that if you voluntarily want to, but you don't have to. But it helps keep the service running and fund anything else that is needed. And you get a bunch of stuff back. Hello, Yazoo. Welcome in. Pro Mods. It is in Pro Mods indeed. Now on your screen you can't see where the map is, so where are we? Eh? We're in everyone's favourite Pro Mods location. Voluntary 501. Hey, we'll add up. That 01 will add up. Overworking. We've gone over our time limit. Who's the owner? What? There were two founders of it. One of them is no longer on the team. One of them is still here as ID number 2. So you could say they're the owner. It's the MWL. The other one, I don't know what he's doing now. But he's not part of the team now. There isn't really an owner. Unless you put him as being the owner. We're not in Sim 1. We're not in Sim 1. Chinese name. No. It was Root Killer, which is ID 1, and literally MWL4. It's probably abbreviation for his name. As number 2. Those were the two first people. Those were the ones that first made it work. You could say they're both co-founders because they both, I guess, just worked together on it. Oh, Chinese name with the word founder. No, that's different. That's probably founder of the group they drive for. If that makes sense. A lot of these virtual companies will have a founder of the company. Not good if the founder's doing it. That's quite funny. 215, please report them for whatever they've done. Please do that. Welcome to all the new people. So many new people today. But yes, that'll do for this session. Don't do it for too long, because I have a lot more stuff to sort out. The more bans you do, the more reports you might get, the more appeals you might get. And that's just painful.